One of my favorite, and I've got samples up here that people can grab all you want later on, I'll leave them. And then, but there's this idea that there's a last-minute risk assessment. The choices that lead to injuries, they come in different levels. For example, we pre-plan work in terms of job safety analysis. We plan work in terms of you crews get together in the morning and have your pre-job briefs. But then what I think really makes the difference and raises that questioning type attitude is those two levels are important, but the most important level is what we do as an individual. We have to be able to approach every task and ask ourselves some very, very simple questions. We have to approach every task and have a questioning attitude that addresses the simplest of the simple. And so when I think of that LMRA, that last minute risk assessment, when you find yourself overestimating, you find yourself being too familiar with the job, you find yourself, maybe not setting the right example, or you find yourself, getting too quick, maybe taking some shortcuts, take a step back and ask yourself what could go wrong. It's that simple. That's that what if mentality. Ask yourself, how bad could it be? If something could go wrong, assume it can be you. And don't just assume it's somebody else. Ask yourself what has changed. Those are great questions to prompt good choices. But I think the bottom three really get in our heads a little bit, but ask yourself, are you physically and mentally ready? Now, I think that's important because you got to think if you're frustrated, you're aggravated, you're mad, are you more or less likely to get hurt? You're more likely every time. And so you need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and engage in the process when you're mentally ready to do it the safe way. When you're physically ready, when you're tired and fatigued and you need a little break, you need to take a step back. Those are those last minute choices that you can make every day that make a big impact on the work. If you consider, am I clear with my task? Those words like I assume, I think, it's the way we've always done it, if those things pop into your brain, it's a perfect opportunity to take a step back and think, what if? That helps you get in front of all those reasons we take chances because you're able to consciously consider what the consequences are. And I think if you don't have the right tools and equipment, what does that lead to? So if you don't have what you need to get the job done, we are more likely to take shortcuts, we're more likely to get frustrated, we're more likely to put ourselves in a situation that can lead to a problem. And so you can you can grab some of these little cards up here in the front if you want them, and then just keep it in your back pocket. It's not something you got to fill out every day, but it's something that you can think about. And I've been on jobs where everybody on the job every day had to fill one of these out and ask themselves these questions. The idea is it builds situational awareness. It creates that questioning attitude. Questions are good. Questions are how we learn. It's how we become mindful of the work that's going around us. So a last-minute risk assessment can make a huge, huge impact on the choices you make.